Hey, and a good evening to you, and I will begin this evening's video by making a short apology that there was no intro video leading into this part of our conversation that would have been shot while out on my bike ride this morning that I did with Robin the psychologist. Short excuse for that is this morning was windy, so which meant that I couldn't find anywhere that was sufficiently wind sheltered for me to be able to hold the phone like this and record without picking up a whole lot of wind noise. So that fell by the wayside, I'm afraid. But anyway, I'm here. It's a Wednesday evening. I've had an interesting Zoom call with April that's in the same running fitness niche as what my main blog is and what my other YouTube channel is. And we were doing a couple of, looks like I might have a bit of blood from a scratch on my nose, but anyway, be that as may, I hope that's not too distracting for you. We're in the same niche, so we've decided to get together, and here's one of the things that we're both in the running slash fitness type of niche. So one could say, oh, her blog and my blog are competition. Her YouTube channel and my YouTube channel are competition. But there's an expression, I think it was Gary Vaynerchuk that said it, that there are two ways to have the biggest building in town. Either just build the biggest building, or pull everybody else's building down so that yours is the only one left. And as far as April is concerned, we both agree that our respective blogs and our respective YouTube channels will benefit more from working together and collaborating than what it will be for her and I to try and see each other as competition and try and compete directly against each other. So what we've done is, by way of Zoom calls, we've started recording video segments on Zoom calls that she'll be able to use a segment within her blog, and I'll be able to use a different segment on her YouTube, which will then be expanded out into a blog post, and likewise I'll be able to do the same as far as my blog and my YouTube channel are concerned. For instance, her blog relating to running could have a post about different ways of being able to carry your mobile phone as a beginner runner, for instance. And she went through what she's got on her side, her different pairs of running tights that have got a spandex pocket that can accommodate a mobile phone and such like. And then from my side, I can then say that, well, as a guy, I don't have spandex running tights, but I've got X piece of equipment that I picked up for $5 on Amazon, and it works just fine for me. And by the way, it's not one of those arm patches because I absolutely detest them. Anyway, so that's one example of where we can collaborate because we're coming to the same topic from two different directions, but together we can produce a better piece of content for both of our channels because we've got these differing perspectives. For instance, a question that came up within my community on the running side was whether or not nail polish on your toenails will make your toenails smoother and therefore less susceptible to getting black toenails or losing toenails when you're running an ultra. Now that's something from a personal perspective I wouldn't know at all. So we discussed the matter, and she's going to go and do an experiment as far as that's concerned over the course of the next week, and we'll get together and we'll record another segment of that video for the blog post that I'm putting together. There again, on the topic of running and sport, what reader of a blog post will take my word for it if I have to recommend a specific brand or model, whatever, of sports bra? I know nothing about sports bras, but what I can do is I can do a collaboration with April, get the information, and because I'll be working together with April on a post like that, which is a post that needs to be on my blog because it's part of the general information, that vital information that runners would be looking for, it will be far more credible if I can cite April as a source and include a video clip where I'm talking to April about it, and that will make that blog post that much more credible. Anyway, I'm getting myself way distracted with that side of things, so I had a wonderful Zoom session with April for about 45 minutes or so, and then after that there was a Project 24 content work hour, which I managed to make another massive breakthrough relating to getting posts published, which is something that I'll be discussing with you in just a moment. Total word count for today, target obviously 2,000 because it's like that every day. Total words written for today, 3,072, so that's a positive. Then, while I was editing the video that I recorded yesterday, that was published out today, while I was doing that video edit during the course of this morning, I certainly made the realization that in the intro to that video, I was talking about my way of applying the Ernest Hemmingway writing program or schedule, whatever you want to call it, to my blog post. And it's something that I've been incorporating actually for the last 2 weeks or so, and it's remarkably effective. But it's not the exact Ernest Hemingway thing. Let me explain quickly. What Ernest Hemingway would do when he got to the end of a day's writing, because he was working with pencils and paper, and at the end of a day's writing, he'd take all of his pencils and he'd break, use his thumb, he'd break all the points of all his pencils. So he didn't have one functional pencil. All of his pencils had broken points. When he got up and he went through and he sat down at his writing desk in the morning, the first thing that he would do is he'd pick up a pencil sharpener and sharpen all of his pencils. And the act of sharpening all of his pencils became a ritual that he's sharpening his pencils puts him in the mind space that he's now ready to write. What I've got is, like you, I'm working on a keyboard. I'm definitely not going to break a keyboard each and every single day and get another one the next day. That would be dumb. Anyway, and I'm sure you'll agree with me on that score. So what I do instead is I've got 2 pairs of reading glasses. No, I'm not breaking my reading glasses in the evening either. But what I do is I close my laptop and I put both pairs of reading glasses on top of the laptop, and I've got some special glass cleaner in a little spray container. I put that on my desk next to the laptop, and I've got some special cleaning cloths, and I put those on the other side of the laptop. And what I've been doing in the morning when I sit down to write, the first thing I do is I clean each pair of I clean both pairs of reading glasses. The one I'll put away in its glasses case and put that off to the side, and then I'll put on a fresh, clean pair of reading glasses when I start writing. Being here in Spain, where it's hot this time of year, hot and humid, I obviously perspire during the day, and the steam from the perspiration gunges up the reading glasses after a couple of hours. So once the glasses are gunged up, after a couple of hours of writing, I'll take that pair of glasses off. I'll bring out the fresh, clean second pair, put those on, carry on writing. And I've been doing that. And then when it gets to the evening and I've finished all my writing for the day, again, the glasses on top of the laptop, cleaning materials to clean the glasses, put to the one side, and start my next day by cleaning my glasses. So that's my Ernest Hemmingway variation that I use for blogging. I see we're already at coming up for 11 minutes as far as this video is concerned. So what I'll do is I'll leave my insight that I got from Robin the psychologist as far as getting posts published. I'll leave that story for you until tomorrow's video. But what I can tell you is during the content hour today, I was able to get one of my posts published within that 1 hour time frame of the content work hour, which is a whole lot better than the 12 and a quarter hours that it took me on Sunday. So that is a significant improvement. It still took me an hour. Ideally it should take me about 15 to 20 minutes, but an hour is a whole lot better than 12 and a quarter hours. So I'm going to take that as a massive win today. Not so much as far as the post that's got published is concerned, but for making a psychological breakthrough as far as that's concerned, thanks to the insight that I got from Robin, the psychology professor, during the course of our bike ride today. So with that said, it is, just so that you know, it's coming up for 10 o'clock. I was on the bike riding at 7:30 this morning. I'm planning on being out at around about the same time tomorrow. So I need to get myself to bed, have a good night's sleep, so that I can smash out content tomorrow, have a good bike ride, and be generally more positive about getting posts published. So with that said, let me finish this off. Wish all of you a superbly good night, and I'll speak to you in the morning. Cheers.